This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. IOTBA, Mr. 214. Senor Dos, uno cuatro, Senor Dos, 14, Mr. Underdog, but Mr. D boy can't touch me. On my worst day, right here with my brother from another, my partner in crime, Mr. JJ Solomon, Jose Jr.
Si, senor. Si, senor. How you doing today, dog? It feels good to be back.
Yeah, this is the Spit Bucket episode number 37, JJ.
37, we're moving on up, bro.
And that's how it's coming, bro. You know.
How far, you know what we need to do? One of these, next anniversary, we need to play the first episode. The first episode was fire, bro.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's been a long journey, bro. Like I be trying to tell people out here, you know, with grind, you know, come success, and you know, over these past 2 years, you know, us coming together, putting our thinking caps together, man. We done created a monster, bro.
It's going. We got something in motion, and it's nonstop. And we thank everybody who's watching and tuned in and likes and shares and supports. It's only the beginning, man. We scratching the surface. Hey, Corey, I want to take a quick second, bro, to send my condolences, our condolences to the families that were affected by that submarine accident, dog. A lot of people joking around about it, and you know, I don't want to be a square or anything, man. But at the end of the day, lives were lost. 19-year-old kid and his pops, and you know, that's just a terrible scenario to be in. They died doing what they loved. They're explorers, but still, it ain't ever easy seeing people dying, man, and stuff like that, especially in those conditions. So I just wanted to send from TSB, JJ Solomon. I'm sure you feeling the same way. Do you want to send our condolences to the family?
Absolutely, man. Like you say, even though they was exploring, doing what they love, man, they lost their life at a very young age, man. But you know, it's not our calling; it's the man above. It's a tragic situation. We send our condolences out to all the families out there who've been affected. You know, it's easy to say, you know, God don't make no mistakes, and that is true. But you know, if you ain't the person going through this situation, you know, you got to have a lot of empathy.
Facts, man.
You know, so like you said, from us, TSB, JJ Solomon, Mr. IOTBA, we send our deepest condolences to all the families that was affected by this tragedy.
100%, bro. 100%. Well, let's get into it, dog. Big news today. Huge news. We were going to be on yesterday when it was just rumors, but today it looks like Mr. Saul Canelo Alvarez went to Instagram and made a bit of an announcement. Premier Boxing Champions. He's got his logo. Done deal. See you soon, September 23rd. Mike Coppinger saying it's Jermell Charlo coming out a 2-year layoff. What are your thoughts, dog?
Hey, so that's a Canelo Alvarez, man. And they say it's a 3-fight deal, right, Jay?
3-fight deal with PBC, dude. What do you think that looks like?
Like it just shows who he is, right, and who he been throughout his entire career. You know, people get on Canelo for taking fights which they think is easy, but it ain't never no fight that's easy. But if you a championship fighter like Canelo is, you can't take hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. A lot of people, including David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez Jr., they were saying Canelo was ducking that fight. You had a lot of people out here saying Canelo was ducking that fight. Well, this showed me right here with Canelo signing a 3-fight deal. He not running from that fight. He running to that fight, Jose Jr.
No doubt. You can't help but wonder where David Benavidez falls under in them plans. But look, Jermell Charlo's a champ, dog. Jermell Charlo's a respected name, but he's coming off the layoff. All the outside noise, all the mental issues, all the family issues, brand new weight class. We just saw him talking to Boo Boo saying he doesn't want to fight at 168. Boo Boo Andrade do you think, like, okay, two questions. Are we just assuming it's Jermell? Because he sounds like he doesn't want to fight at 168. And his second question, if it is Jermell, what do you think that fight's gonna look like, bro? Do you think this is kind of a tune-up fight for Canelo for Benavidez, or what are your thoughts?
I wouldn't say so far as a tune-up, but I will say this is a fight, a comfortable fight for Canelo. Even though Jermall Charlo is a champion, reality is reality, JJ. He coming off a 2-year layoff, right? And I think Jermall Charlo, when I'm thinking about it now, looking back at that live, I think it was all banter that he was playing.
You think so?
With Demetrius Andrade, because he already knew that, come on, this ain't just come from out of nowhere. He knew this. He knew it was going to happen. That's why he said, you want to fight me? Want to fight me at 168? Because I'm the champion at 160. Look, when you possibly can get between $10 and $20 million, $10 and $20 million to fight Canelo, I don't give a damn if I'm coming off a 2-year layoff. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And it's lines only, show us you that line. This your moment.
Bro, like, the public has been calling for Canelo to fight the names, the Benavidez, the Charlos, obviously he fought Caleb, now David Morrell. I just don't think – I think the Canelo haters – I don't call myself a Canelo lover, Canelo hater. I don't call myself a lover or hater of any of these guys. But do you think this fight's got some built-in excuses already?
No built-in.
Go ahead.
No built-in excuses. It's Canelo. Who gonna turn down a Canelo fight? It's no built-in excuses when you fighting a guy like Canelo. And Jermell Charlo has been on the championship level for a long time. This is the opportunity that he's been working for his entire life. So it's no built-in excuses. I don't care about his excuses. This is a Canelo fight. He gonna fight because he know he gonna get this money. He know this is an uphill battle. Everybody around the world know this is an uphill battle. But how can you turn down a Canelo fight even if it is an uphill battle?
And let's talk about this, bro. It's not like Canelo's been looking like Canelo of old lately. And I say that because I'm wondering what type of chance what the Vegas odds are going to look like, what the public's going to think. Just when you think of Canelo Charlo under these circumstances, my first reaction is Canelo's going to – it's going to be easy work. Not easy, but you know what I'm saying, right? Canelo should go in there and do what he's going to do. But let's be honest, Canelo didn't look good against John Ryder. Obviously, we saw what happened with Bivol. So – we could see Canelo coming down that downhill slope or Father Time starting to kick in. But with this being a 3-fight deal, dog, I mean, shit, he could snap back into that old Canelo. I don't know, dog. I don't know what to expect after Charlo. My expectation for Charlo, I think Canelo should do what Canelo does, but I won't be surprised coming off of his last fight.
I mean, it could be Canelo falling down, It could be Jermell Charlo is going to rise to the occasion. When I look at the Canelo Alvarez, I could think of a fighter like a Teofimo Lopez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came off a subpar performance against Sandor Martin, right?
Yep.
But that's just because he was coming back after a long layoff,
Mm-hmm.
Whoop-de-whoop. Canelo coming off that injury, JJ.
Very similar, bro. That's a good point.
Coming off the injury, him going against John Ryder, he was, even though we know he was winning, John Ryder had a couple of moments where we like, damn, Canelo, we ain't used to seeing you get hit like this. So I think Canelo is going to be the Canelo. I think Jermall Charlo is an ample opponent. He deserved this fight no matter what people say. David Benavidez, if you is who you say you is, you will beat. We heard David Morrell, but we see David Morrell from the eye test. He looked like he the real deal, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree, bro. I think he's the future at 168, dog. That eyeball test, bro.
Yeah, the eyeball test. But I like David Benavidez. He showed me some.
I've been real frustrated with his promotion and his team, dog. Because first you say, all right, we put this offer out for Canelo. All right. And then they took it off real quick. They gave Canelo a deadline, which for me, why would you give Canelo Alvarez a deadline? That's big money. And then they say, all right, well, we already had the fight signed with Morrell. It should have been a lot of bullshitting. Samson lying a lot. He said, we had the offer for Canelo. We took it off. I never said 50 million when at first he was saying 50 million. Just a bunch of nonsense in games, bro. And I think it's rubbing the fan base the wrong way. Do you think David is, I hate the word ducking, I hate the word scared. You think David Benavidez has some fear for Canelo or Morrell?
No, I don't think it's fear that he have for Canelo, or definitely not for David Morrell. But I just think is David Benavidez trying to put pressure to the public to get the public opinion, but David Benavidez don't understand he's dealing with the biggest star in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Work when you're dealing with the biggest star in boxing who got way more clout than you could cry to a couple of people, but to the massive, it's just gonna be smoke.
Mm-hmm. I feel you, dude. You see, Errol said that they asked him about the face of boxing. He said Canelo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How can he not be the face of boxing? Like JJ, look, people got to understand. In boxing, it's gonna be wins and losses. In boxing, it's gonna be performances where you don't look your best. But majority of Canelo fights, he have looked his best. And Canelo, not only have he looked his best, he's the undisputed champion. He tried to go up and fight Bivol. You know, him coming from what Bivol was just too big. You know, it ain't that he was just too big for Canelo. You know, so I agree with Earl the Truth Spence Jr. I think Canelo is the face of boxing. He been the face of boxing, and until even if Canelo lose, Canelo been around since he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people in Mexico love this dude? Do you know how many Mexican people who migrated over here to America and love this dude? Do you know how many Hispanic American people in the United States love this dude, JJ?
I feel you on that. I will tell you, when he was barking up that Badu Jack tree, I was disgusted. In my Beehive voice. Because it's I know I didn't watch your video, but I saw you saying, you know, it's just Canelo can do what he wants. But catch weight, 39-year-old man, come on, dog. Like, I think he was trying to get him down 20 pounds under the cruiserweight limit. But Canelo shut us up. He went inside that PBC deal, and now the future is beautiful. Bro, I want to take a second. I love what you said, comparing him to Teofimo. Because let's think about it. Teofimo had a decisive loss against Kambosos. I mean, pretty much everybody saw that. Just like Canelo took an ass whooping from Bivol. Then they come back. Teo looked average against Martin. Canelo looked average against Ryder. And then Teofimo looked like a beast against Josh Taylor. So who knows? You know, Canelo stepping up in competition. I know Jermell's been off. But, bro, Jermell's still dangerous. And you can't forget who we got in his corner, dog.
He real dangerous, bro. And just think about the promotions of this fight. It's always, you know, the black and Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest fight that could be made, bro, unless it's just two ultimate black fighters and two ultimate Mexican fighters, like my favorite fighter, Marco Antonio Barrera versus
Morales. Eric Morales. Hell yeah.
Didn't he hit Morales or something, JJ?
Yeah, bro. They hated each other. They still don't like each other. They're cordial now, but they don't like each other.
So it's just like when you have big time matches, like it just made, you know, for it. And like I say, everybody could count Jermell Charlo out. I'm not. You know, when you got a trainer in your camp like Ronnie Shields.
Hell yeah, bro.
Who done been in the game from this century to that century to that century, just like the great Bernard Hopkins told us.
Yep.
They show the greatness of you when you're able to go from this century to this century and this century and adapt.
No, I agree with you, bro. That you got to respect Charlo. I believe fighters fight up to their competition or fight down to their competition. And for the longest time, you know, we've seen these guys not fight the guys that bring out that dog in them. And with Ronnie Shields in his corner, with you know, the influence that Jermell, little brother Jermell, the influence that Errol has on him, don't you think Jermell wants to be in those greatness discussions again? I mean, I think he's going to have a hell of a camp, bro.
Hey, bro, like if that is true, think about this. Like they like because they all could get money. Like, cause I'm hearing Tim Tszyu. I know we're gonna talk about that,
Yeah.
but since you mentioned Jermell Charlo, I'm hearing Tim Tszyu versus Jermell Charlo in September. That's what I'm. I don't know how true that is. Canelo fighting on Mexican Independence Day, which is in September. JJ, why don't you put both? Yes, Jermell Charlo. Yeah, you are the undisputed champ, but you're not Canelo. But you can get way more money. And him and his brother on that card with Canelo and Tim Tszyu. JJ, you talking about the pay-per-view doing numbers.
Damn, I would do numbers, bro. But do you think Jermell's gonna take the back seat to his brother, dog?
Yes, because you got to understand this.
Undisputed on the line.
It's way more money. He
Hell.
gonna get more money, JJ. Like he got to look. It's certain people you have to bow down to, and then it ain't just that he bowing down. Jermell Charlo, if you get a double the check that you were gonna get headlining this yourself, you better put your ego to the side. This don't do nothing but make perfect sense. All of them on the same banner. We ain't seen a super card like this since Mayweather, Pacquiao, Danny Garcia about Matisse,
Yeah.
and whoever the other fight was, bro. That was excellent. This will be perfect. I hope and pray. Look how many Australians and people across the pond will buy.
Oh, yeah, that would be huge. But I just can't see. I can't see them. I mean, there could be some money there. What, $100 pay-per-view?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd pay for it.
That's Canelo. Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. And then you got the brother on there, bro.
I hear Tim Tszyu. We'll talk about Tim Tszyu a little bit. I hear he's bitching about wanting to fight in Australia, and I got an opinion on that. But real quick, before we change the topic, how do you see Canelo, Jermell Charlo playing out if, in fact, it is a done deal?
Oh, I see it going to a 12-round. I see it's a 12-round decision. Obviously, I'm favoring Canelo, right? You know, you got to favor Canelo. Jermell Charlo, it ain't no excuse, but he is coming off a 2-year layoff. I ain't making no excuse for him because, like, he been boxing his whole life, and sometimes you need to rest your body, right, to get it all the way right? And then when you got to fight like Canelo, what you gonna do? Say no to it? What you say?
Exactly, dog.
Canelo could knock me the fuck out to get $10 million. Yeah, I'm gonna come in there and try to win that fight, but if I get knocked the fuck out and go home with $10 million,
it makes it all worth it.
I think it's a 12-round decision. I think Jermell Charlo got enough grit and determination to stay in there the full 12 rounds. Could Canelo possibly knock him out? Absolutely. But I think Jermell Charlo got enough grit to last the 12 rounds.
I want to see Jermell Charlo not get caught up, or Jermell Charlo not get caught up in the hype, not get caught up in the what's the word I'm looking for? The phenom that is Canelo Alvarez. Because, you know, based on what we've seen from Jermell the past couple of years, you know, there's stuff going on up here. He needs to not let that shit seep in here. I don't see Charlo beating Canelo, but I could see Charlo giving him a good fight and getting his career back on. Because if Charlo loses to Canelo, big deal. Like when Canelo lost to Floyd.
But if he look good, though, JJ.
Oh, if he looks good, bro, he could reset his whole damn career.
Hey, Jay, like you said, I could see Charlo winning this fight, too. I'm favoring Canelo.
Yeah.
But like you said, well, just because I made that you know, that comparison between Tszyu and Canelo don't mean that it's gonna work out the same way. Like you say, Canelo possibly could be a slippage with him. Jermell Charlo younger. You know, he got knockout power. He known for knocking people out, right?
Hell yeah.
But you know, I just can't see him winning this fight unless he does, you know, sting Canelo and knock him out, because skill-wise, it's just across the board, Canelo just a better fighter.
I agree, bro. I agree. But I'm excited that we're getting it, and I'm excited what comes up after this, bro. Like, whether it's Benavidez, hell, we could see Errol in there. Errol talking about he wanted to fight Canelo. That's not a lot. I mean, I don't think it's smart for Errol to move up to fight Canelo. He got a ton of huge fights that he could very, very well win at 147, 154, but money talks.
Oh, no, because you got to think about it, bro. Like, even though, I mean, we'll get into that. I'll talk about it. Because when we talk about Errol Spence, like, yeah, I'm a favor of the champion, Jermell Charlo. to win, to beat Tim Tszyu because he showed me more. Tim Tszyu got to show me. I'm not finna crown you, crown yourself. Then I salute you. Do I think you're a great fighter? Absolutely. But JJ, if Tim Tszyu win that fight.
Let's get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
We had Tim Tszyu and Regis Prograis over Father's Day weekend. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
This is JJ Solomon.
My bad, wrong one.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it will let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I am absolutely, I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
KOCBD.com. Check out our homies over at KO Therapeutics. Y'all, I promise y'all love it. Y'all use that discount code TSB10. Get yourself a little discount and enjoy what happens when you rub that stuff all over your body. But anyway, let's get back to it, dog. Hey, real quick, let's shout out to some of these Out Money. What's up with it, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Jermell might want to take a tune-up before Tim. I agree, and I also think Jermell should probably take a tune-up before Canelo.
Tune-up before Tim.
Let's talk about it, and then we got Aunt Cam in the building. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, that's my boy Aunt Cam. We go way back, JJ.
Oh, that's good, bro. Appreciate you.
Shout out to my dog Aunt Cam. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Hell yeah! All right, so where were we going with this? Let's talk a little bit Tim Tszyu, bro. Tim Tszyu. We saw Tim Tszyu up against Carlos Ocampo, supposed to be fighting Jermell. Jermell had the injury, so we saw Tim Tszyu staying busy against. What would you call Ocampo? A good opponent, a good stay busy opponent. But bro, Tim did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
1 round knockout. Looked beautiful doing it.
I mean, yeah, like Tim Tszyu is the real deal. We seen that he showed that. You know, he was supposed to do that. I mean, he just make this fight more intriguing, bro. He make this fight super intriguing, like, because that's one thing about a guy that don't supposed to be in there with you, JJ. You make it known they don't supposed to be in there with you.
Absolutely.
And that's what Tim Tszyu did. Salute to him.
Salute, super salute, bro. Because you think about it, look, what's that called? Fundora. Fundora went 12 rounds with Ocampo, and Fundora could pack a punch. And yeah, I know he's older now, but shit, Tim Tszyu got Ocampo out of there faster than Arrow did, bro. So again, those are little signs that will make us think, okay, he's not just living off of daddy's name. Like we see a lot of these young champs that are sons of legends or sons of Hall of Famers and champs. He's proven that he's doing his own legacy in his own right. So do you think there's something do you think he brings any type of problem to Jermell Charlo? How do you see that fight playing out?
Oh, absolutely. I can't call it, Jay.
It's a tough one, dog.
I can't call it. Like I say, I'm always respect the undisputed champion because he earned it the harder way. You know, I learned that early in this game. You don't crown somebody until they crown themselves and they get their crowning moment. But Tim Tszyu is a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. He's a hell of a fighter, bro. He's constant.
Hey, Tim Tszyu is a motherfucker. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to say that. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I got to respect the undisputed champion. I got to respect him because he done did it, right? And, you know, I respect him as the favorite. He should go in as the favorite. But Tim Tszyu different. You know, he different than any opponent that I done seen Jermell Charlo face, right? When you just look off per talent.
Yeah.
Grittiness, ambition, want to be the best. Look, JJ, knowing he that guy, Remember his last press conference? He pulled up in the SUV, JJ. Like suit, like he confident, and that's man. He just got that it factor to him. But like when I speak on Jermell Charlo, fam.
No, you're right, and I've heard you say. Obviously I've never seen Jermell work out. You have, and you have tremendous things to say about Jermell.
He different, bro. Like you could not like Jermell Charlo and the things he say. He could come across and hit a nerve with you, but when he's inside that square circle, he is an animal, right? This dude is something special, and when I say he is the most accomplished fighter in the state of Texas, I said that and I meant that. Is he the best fighter in the state of Texas? I don't believe so. But when I say he is the most accomplished fighter in the state of Texas, right now he is that. And everything he got, he earned it the harder way from coming up from Ronnie Shields' tutelage, being a great boxer. People don't remember the early Jermell Charlo when he was a great boxer, you know, a fighter who will fight on the outside. You know, he showed that he had power, but he was more of a boxer. Then he went to the great trainer in Derek James, who showed him how not only he already had the skill of boxing, and of course, Derek probably seen some things and helped hone this boxing, but he also helped him learn how to sit down on his punches and be in the right positions to do what he do. Man, it's a hell of a matchup.
And we've seen Jermell, how Jermell fights when people start to doubt him. They doubted him about Tony Harrison. We saw what happened in rematch. They doubted him with Brian. What was the Mexican dude?
Yeah, Brian Castaño.
Yeah, Castaño came back, got the W. So right now people are doubting Mel because of the injury, because of the time off. You're seeing Tim Tszyu confident as hell. What's my name, motherfucker? Like he like the dude got confidence, the dude got swag. He's got a legend behind him and his pops. He's got a whole nation behind him. But Jermell, you put that chip on Jermell's shoulder, and if you're talking about straight up, they're both healthy, they're both in their prime, it's hard to go against Jermell Charlo because he, like you said, dog, the dude is a monster. Let me see. Your boy Ant said, okay, first he said Maul without a tune-up is insane. I agree. I think the dude needs a tune-up, but it's hard to walk away at big money, bro. And then he said, I've seen Ocampo 2 times. He only fought 2 rounds. That's so funny, man. He said, who we got? Charlo, Canelo. We were just talking about it, bro. You kind of got to go with Canelo, dude, especially with the circumstances. But yeah, let's get back to it, dog. Let's get back to it. Yeah, so Tim Tszyu, Jermell Charlo, that should be next. Now we also had another fight, a first time on the Matchroom. We saw Regis Prograis against Danielito Zorrilla. You know, a lot of people been avoiding Regis, saying it's not worth the risk and all that good stuff. What'd you think about the fight, dog? He got the unanimous decision.
I thought he should have did more. And that's just an honest assessment.
Yeah, man.
You know, Regis, he a big talker. He deserved to be a big talker. He a champion. But as a champion, you got to come in there and do more and solidify why you is that guy. We hear him talking a lot, like he wants these big fights. He'll show everybody he this and that. Yes, I thought he won this fight. You know, I thought he was the more aggressor. I thought Zorrilla, like Eddie Hearn said, you know, it was a disgrace. When you have an opportunity to be champion, you don't come in there and run around the ring for You come in there and you try to take that motherfucking belt. And Zorrilla didn't do that. And when I look at Regis Prograis, I'm like, what was you doing, dude? Like, come on, you have to do more. Like, I mean, I know everybody have off nights, and I don't want to hear about that hometown fight in the hometown. Like, that's not an excuse.
That's what he said. He was nervous.
Excuse. When you got a guy like that in front of you and you say you is the number one guy at 140, you supposed to make it look like you the number one guy at 140. And with the performance he put on, it showed me that he is a champion, but I don't think he's the number one guy at 140.
Yeah, that drop could have been, I mean, I think that was a knockdown, and he even acknowledged it. I mean, that was a knockdown, but as soon as Zorrilla felt his power, he's just running. I mean, I hate saying running in boxing, but that was shit. I mean, that was frustrating to watch. I wasn't crazy about the fight, but in that saying, if you want to be a champ, if you want to fight those elite level fighters, you got to learn how to take that away from them. You got to learn how to use lateral movement. You got to learn how to cut that off to prevent them from running. And one thing he did not do was close that distance. Like, he kept throwing the jab and it was off by like 6 inches the whole damn night. So he acknowledged he got to get back to the lab. He said it over and over. He said Devin and all of them are going to want to fight me now because I looked, he had a bad night. With that being said, Correa, if Devin takes this fight, how do you think it plays out?
Oh, I got Devin the Dream Haney, man. I think Devin the Dream Haney on another level right now. Like you say, a guy who should have a chip on their shoulder is him.
Oh, hell yeah.
What he did at 135, undisputed champion, you know how he came up the harder way throughout his entire career. The chip on his shoulder should be monstrous size. I think the fight, how we seen against Zorilla, and we seen a lot of the things that Regis can't do. Like, you can't get in there with a special guy, as in Devin Haney. Yeah, that Regis got a puncher's chance. I'm going to say he got a puncher's chance because we done seen Devin Haney rock before. But I done seen Devin Haney also mature over his fights to where he understand what to get in the position and hurry up and get out to avoid the big punches. I think this dude is a masterful boxer. I think he showed us in his last fight that he will sit down on his punches and make you pay on the inside and make you regret stand on the inside with him. I think the type of fighter we seen Regis program, I think the jab gonna be out there. I think the straight gonna be out there. I think the body work is gonna be immaculate. I just see a boxing lesson put on.
I agree, and it's not a shot. It's not a shot at Regis. I respect Regis. He fighting out of Houston. Like, it's cool to see. It's cool. His story's cool, bro, because he got a late ass start to the game, and now he's world champ. And he's done a lot in a little bit of time. But at some point, that magic's going to run out when you fight somebody who's been doing it their whole life, somebody like Devin Haney. And honestly, dog, at the 140 division right now, especially now that Tio's retired, like that whole damn division, he fucking vacated the belt, bro. So, like, who the hell knows what's going to happen?
I get it, though. You know why? Because he said it. He got $1 million to fight for Sal Lomachenko. I agree with Teofimo Lopez. Like, look, I talked about him. Like, look, like my guy Big Fish say, when new information presents itself, you got the right to change your mind.
Sure, hell yeah.
We got on Teofimo because he deserved to be gotten on. Like, but Teofimo came back and showed us something. And then with him being as marketable as he is, because he's marketable. And JJ, Teofimo know how to say the right things to
get under your skin, bro.
Make the world go nuts. And that's what I like about him, though. But yeah, man, I think Teofimo gonna wait out this contract. He gonna become a free agent. I think he may end up signing the PBC and getting a big time deal, or Eddie Hearn, and getting a big time massive deal. Right, because Bob Arum not doing it for him.
No. And the dude, say what you want about him. The shit he says, dog, is hard for me to stomach. And I did have a problem with him saying, "Did you see how I was faking all my mental health issues?" Like, that's a bad look, because the people who really have the issues, then they get criticized for shit like what Teofimo said. But all that BS aside, Teofimo looked amazing against Josh Taylor. And I think that Teofimo, I would love to see that Teofimo against the Devin Haney we saw against Loma. Say what you want about the Loma fight. There's still a lot of people who think Lomachenko won that fight. That was Devin Haney's best performance to date. His body work, the way he took some rounds. He got hit. Loma did his thing, but we're talking about one of the best damn lightweights out there in Lomachenko. It's not like it was a nobody. Devin Haney looked good. Can you imagine peak Devin against peak Teofimo at 140? The rest of the division, shit. Regis said he don't even want to fight Rolly because Rolly's sorry. But yeah, there's some potential there, bro. How would you see Devin Haney and Teofimo playing out?
I don't know. I can't call it.
It depends which deal goes up.
That's a truly even fight, JJ. Like, I cannot lie. That is That's an even fight. The money line should be even or favoring just one of them just a little bit. I cannot call that fight. Both of them guys, they special, Jay.
But you calling bullshit on Teofimo's retirement?
Yeah, absolutely, JJ.
Why would he give up the belt, though, bro?
Because
that belt gives him the control, gives him the power.
You got to understand, a lot of these fighters are speaking out about these belt organizations.
Hell yeah.
Damn, 3% from what y'all need 3% for? Is y'all coming doing things for us every month? What is the 3% for? Like, JJ, that's right, bro. They're cheating these fighters. Why do y'all need 3% of their purses?
3% per belt, bro. So these undisputed fights where it's 4 belts, that's a big chunk of the money. And like Errol said, for what? And so, yeah, I see what you're saying about giving up the belt. At the end of the day, who cares? Can you imagine if Errol and Bud both said, you know, the hell with these belts. Let's just fight for the ring championship where there's no sanctioning fees. I think they would still be respected and viewed as the undisputed champ, even if somebody needs to step up is what I'm saying. If we want to do away with all these damn belts and the wasted money and all that sort of stuff, I respect what Errol did. And I hope more boxers come out and do that, bro, because the boxers are putting their lives on the line and then just having to give free money away for nothing, for a green belt.
And that's a belt. You want to have me a parade in Puerto Rico.
That's it. I paid, yeah.
No.
I don't like it. And I love that Errol's calling them out, dog. The more we can get rid of corruption in boxing, I'm all for it. I'm not. What the hell is Suleiman doing in the WBC?
You know how many champions it is?
Bro, it's stupid, dude.
They getting. Just think of how much of 3% they get from Canelo.
Dog, just think about that. Canelo Alvarez fights. Think about how rich they got with the Mayweather fights, bro.
Why do they need all that? Why do they need 3% though?
That's why you see him all up on that Jake Paul shit. Like, it's stupid, bro. And Suleiman tried to explain today where that money goes. He didn't say shit. He just put a bunch of pictures of all the staff and all the different departments, but he didn't say 10% of our funds go here. This percent goes here. Like, let's take care of these fighters.
They should see the fighters shouldn't have to pay for y'all organization to run. Like, you talking about all the staff here, the fighters shouldn't have to pay for your organization to run. Because if you want to run the organization, you should have the money to run the organization. I ain't saying the fighters shouldn't give 1%, but they shouldn't have to give 3%. I can understand 1%, JJ, but 3%?
Hell yeah, dog. It's stupid, bro.
General Big Fish.
What's up, Big Fish? Appreciate you tuning in, dog. Brandon House, salute to you, dog. JJ and IO. We got
313. Detroit, what's up? Detroit, what's up?
This guy wants to spar you, bro, for $500. Sorry, my bad. I just put up some. These guys. Corey, seems like you're on everybody's mind this week, isn't it?
We'll talk about it. We'll
talk about that in a little bit. Hey, let's take a quick little break, bro. Let's touch on a little bit of Errol Bud talk because me and you really haven't covered much. I've been so damn busy. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I've been on the road dealing with family stuff, but we barely even talk about Errol and Bud. So let's take a quick commercial break. We'll talk about Errol Bud, and then we'll talk about the big special appearance that Mr. IOTBA made this week. You guys are going to want to check that out. Give us a second. All right, listen up, guys. We're calling all Little League coaches. We're calling all middle school coaches, calling all high school coaches. We're calling out all those team mamas. If you need team uniforms, if you need jerseys, accessories, whatever gear you're looking for the team, please check out our friends over at Elite Sportswear. These guys do it all, and they do it great. So if you're needing a brand new look for the younger athletes, for the teams, do me a favor, trust us with Elite Sportswear. These guys do all of our gear here at Spit Bucket Podcast, hats, shirts, hoodies. We could not be more pleased with them. So check them out over at thebetteruniform.com. You can find them on Facebook at The Better Uniform or on Instagram, Elite Sportswear 17. That's Elite Sportswear 17 on Instagram. Again, if you want your team looking super fly on game days, do yourself a favor, do the squad a favor. Call Roderick and the team over at Elite Sportswear ASAP. Let them know the Spit Bucket Podcast sent you. Sir,
Man,
yes, sir.
that's Elite Sportswear, man.
Yeah, check them out. BetterUniform.com.
Oh, love, they the best in the business, man. Y'all see how we coming, man. We ain't.
Get that team drip up, man. Y'all want them kids coming out there looking fly and having that confidence. Y'all check them out at BetterUniform.com. Promise
Also,
you.
y'all want some of our merchandise. Y'all make sure y'all go on the SplitBucketPodcast.com, and we got that on there too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, so it's like I was saying before we went to break, we haven't really got a chance to talk about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. There hasn't been a lot of action this week. We saw the pressers last week. What are your thoughts thus far, Corey? Obviously, we're super excited for this fight to be coming on. But what are your thoughts on the promotion thus far? Tell me what your thoughts are, bro.
I'm excited, JJ, man. We've been waiting a long time for this,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Man, you got the two best welterweights in the world, man. That's just clear cut, no debate. It don't matter what side you on. If you're on Earl Spence side, if you're on Terrence Crawford side, both sides, they bring two hell of arguments to the table. Whether you think your side is the best argument or whether you think the other side is the best argument. That's what's great about the sport of boxing, JJ. We've been anticipating this fight for a long time. You know, like I pinch myself every day just knowing
Hell yeah, dog.
how much instrumental, I done been a part of covering, these two guys, whether I was criticizing one of them, beefing with one of them, talking about one of them, being in the camp. I'm just excited about the moment. This is our moment. You know what I'm saying? The sport of boxing, this generation, 20 years from now, me and you going to be talking to our kids and grandkids, telling them about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, in two fights, because it's a two-fight deal. JJ, I love the silence because, like Deontay Wilder say, silence is golden.
Mm-hmm.
JJ, when it's really going to jump off? When they drop them two all accesses.
Oh, man.
Of next month and the 21st or whatever they said like that. When they dropped them two all accesses, JJ, and all the stuff that been going on behind the scenes of these two guys getting ready for this fight, you got Dallas, Texas. You got Omaha, Nebraska. We've been like the collide of the Titans for years.
Hell yeah.
This ain't for the sensitive and weak. It's a fight. We don't care about your feelings. Either you're riding with Omaha or you riding with Dallas. It's a fight, and people don't understand that. It's a motherfucking fight. If you on this side or that side, we got two of the best welterweights in the world, and they finna collide. But I love the silence right now, JJ, because guess what? We know the fight is really happening. We know the fight is really coming up. The only thing I'm doing is praying.
Praying for what?
That now one of them get injured.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about you praying for whatever. No, man. Every day I'm scared to open up Twitter because I'm like, please, let's just hurry up and get to this fight already. I just hope they don't pull something. I hope they don't try some silly shit. I hope they don't fall down in the pool or get bit by a dog. And we're here, bro. And here was cool about this fight. And I appreciate this because you saw Tank and Ryan and the promotion and all that. These guys ain't talk. They got a mutual respect for each other, and I like it.
No, I ain't like that.
Yeah, I know you don't. And I know the
reason why I don't like that, right? Earl was talking his shit, right? But Terrence Crawford, like, did you see that clip behind the scenes where he getting all tough with Derrick James?
Well, Derrick misunderstood him, bro.
Derrick said, "What's up?"
No, he said, "What's up?" Terrence was saying, "What's up?" And Derrick.
So who is Terrence Crawford for Derrick to have to speak to him? He ain't on your side. Like, he could walk past you if he want to. Like, JJ, that was so uncalled for, right? And the reason why I ain't like that energy because you had that backstage energy for Derrick James. Why you was smiling from cheek to cheek when you was in Earl Spence face? Why we didn't see that Jose Benavidez energy? Why we didn't see that Hank Lundy energy? Why we didn't see that? You was just smiling from cheek to cheek. I can't wait for this fight, JJ. You know how I feel about this fight. I think they're two great fighters. people misunderstand me. JJ, you know I think they two great fighters.
And I want everybody to stop and listen to this right here, man, because when you said they misunderstand you, keep it going, correct?
I think they two great fighters. It's just my difference of opinion, whether I'm right or wrong. And JJ, you know I'm not always right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Earl Spence is going to win this fight, right? That's just how I feel. Like, a lot of people think Terrence Crawford is going to win this fight, and they got every right to. But, like, all this sensitivity and emotions because you're mad because you don't like what somebody saying about this guy or that guy, y'all need to get that out. Y'all need to get that softness at your bloodstream.
Yeah, it's a weird element with the fans and this fight, dog, because, you know, like when you see a black and a Mexican guy fight, of course, you're going to see a lot of personal attacks and shit and racist stuff, and that's leading up to the fight. But these are two of the best fighters in the world, two Americans, two black dudes, and their fan bases hate each other. And I don't understand it, though, Corey, because you're watching the press conference and they just sitting there steadily complimenting each other. Oh, he's a great fighter. I expect a great world from him. Oh, he's going to be good. Derek James. Oh, we're colleagues. Everybody's just kissing each other. I respect it because they don't have to sell this fight because most people know that this is a hell of a fight. But
go ahead.
No, and that's what I'm saying is like, why? I don't understand why the fan bases hate each other.
Because, JJ,
I don't get it.
We hate, like, that's what it's about, bro. It's just like college football. Remember the Big 12, Texas Horns versus the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and fucking Tommy Frazier used to whip our mother. You know how we hated fucking Nebraska, and you know how Nebraska hated fucking Texas? We was whipping their ass, bro. That's what it is, bro. Like, that's what it is. We hate them, and they hate us. I hate them. I hate them.
I feel like I'm talking to like Skip and shit. Like you just hate them. No, not Skip, Stephen A. Smith and shit against the Cowboys.
I hate them. I can't.
You hate them?
I hate them, bro. I hate them, and that's what it's about. This is a big time rivalry, bro. What I'm supposed to do? Be snickerly with you? Say hello? Do you want the Grey Poupon? You know? No, I'm not snickery with that. No, you know. And yes, I'm in the media, but just because you in the media don't mean you still ain't a fan. Because we was always fans before we came in the media. Y'all heard me telling that Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. I never say he's not a great fighter. He is that. Why would he be in this fight if he's not a great fighter? It's just a rivalry. And I'm on that shit. I'm about that shit. And gonna stand on that shit. And whatever come with that shit.
Bro, I'm just excited we're here, dog. To your point about that energy that he had with Benavidez and all, I think as we get closer to the fight, I think we're going to see that emotion start to rumble, that anticipation, and these face-offs are going to be way different than what we saw.
Yeah, I don't look. It's going to the face-off, the last face-off. I don't think it's going to get physical, but I think it's going to be intense. They're going to be talking that shit to each other. Jay, that's what's going to sell a fight. I can't wait for that fight, bro.
And the fans are going to be there. Like this press conferences last week, it was just media there. And like when we were at the Jake Paul, Nate Diaz presser, you know, it felt a little tense in the air. Like there was no energy because we were just there to work.
That's what Nate Diaz said. He called them out on that shit.
Hell yeah. And that was right before I asked my question, had me shaking like but anyway, there was no energy there. There was no shit talking there. Bro, when we see weigh-ins and media day and the whole fan bases are there and Vegas is popping, Corey, this is the biggest fight. People are saying since De La Hoya Trinidad, I think it's bigger. I don't think it'll do bigger numbers than De La Hoya Trinidad because you're talking about countries buying this shit.
I do.
You think it'll do not? And if it does, it does. But you got to worry about streaming and all that shit. But in terms of importance to the sport,
you know how much streaming used to be done back in the day, where they didn't know how to control it, and De La Hoya and Trinidad still did them numbers.
I mean, streaming wasn't as crazy as it was right now, though, dog.
Bro, JJ, I'm telling, but you may be right. But what I'm telling you is, this fight is
Christmas in July, dog. Literally, it's thank you, boxing, Jesus, whoever
bro.
you. Hey, and we can't forget anyway. And Steph Fulton are fighting that week too. Like, bro, what a stupidly awesome year this has been for boxing, bro. And it's only getting better. We saw Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards sign. Like, the fighters are fighting. And remember about a year ago, Craig, me and you were talking about that post-Mayweather effect. These fighters are actually fighting each other. Bro, it's here.
Getting this Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, bro.
This the key ingredient.
Oh,
you know, fight out the way, right? This is it, man. Like, bro, this, man, shout out to boxing right now. We lit, you know.
We are. We're in the right place at the right time. Corey, speaking on Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford, Nebraska's finest. You ready to talk about what happened? What you saw?
I thought I was Nebraska's finest.
You thought you were Nebraska's finest?
I'm Mr. 402. JJ, JJ, besides Terrence Crawford, I'm the most popular dude in the 402.
Bro, I mean, let's flash up the picture. Your picture is bigger than Terrence Crawford right here.
Damn.
Like, who's the real star here?
Damn, that's me.
This is you right here, bro. That's you, right?
Yeah. What happened, Jay?
Listen to this, all right? Listen, these are the girls in the ring with Christine and Nika. They had Terrence Bud Crawford on here, right? And obviously, Mr. IOTBA, you know, you've had some choice words for Bud. You've had some choice words for Omaha, Nebraska. You've had some choice words for Bud's homies and Bud's cousins. But, you know, all that's out there. But what I didn't understand is that, okay, Corey, last time you interacted with Crawford, I saw he came up to you, all that sort of stuff, and looked at you up and down. And that was a little weird and that was tense. But Christine said that you asked her to protect you from Terrence Crawford. I didn't see that happen. I'm here to ask you. Shout out to the girl. Shout out to In the Ring with Christine. Shout out to Nika. But what was that? Corey, did you ask Christine to protect you from Bud?
That was pure blasphemy, man. You know, shout out to In the Ring with Christine. Much love, you know. I don't know where it came from, Jay, but, you know, when you the top dude and been the top dude in media, you know, for years in the city of Dallas. You know, that come with the territory. You know, it's a lot of false stories out there on me. I got knocked out in New York. People say I got knocked out in New York. People say a bunch of things happened to me. That's how, you know, I just take it all in. I love,
and I want to interrupt
you. I love In the Ring with Christine. You know, it's much love for her. I love her family. I love her kids. You know, I had a chance, you know, to cover them up, and it's much love for In the Ring with Christine. I never, you know, say nothing bad about her because it's all love. I love her beautiful family.
But you are, in fact, saying that you didn't ask her to protect you.
That was pure blasphemy. I don't know where that came from. For real.
I was laughing my ass off, bro. That was crazy. Let me just pull up a point.
We was together, Jay.
Yeah, exactly. Unless something else happened, but I feel like you would have told me that you saw Terrence. But in the past, we've been together pretty much at all the events. But here, I want to make a point for anybody who would think that, right? Look, there was a time where you got in some beef with Errol Spence Jr., the biggest name in Dallas in terms of boxing.
The biggest
name, not just the biggest name, a very dangerous MFer if you cross, you know, you don't want to.
I done seen it.
You said a lot of shit about Errol, and he's in our backyard. You went to tournaments where Errol was at. You went to fights where Errol was at while y'all were beefing. And I don't remember you asking anybody for protection from Errol, and he was in your backyard. So listen, if I had to make my assessment on the accusations that was made about IOTBA and Terrence Crawford, I'm gonna have to call that a big fat stinking lie, dog. But listen, you got.
I appreciate them though, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Look, we got some.
Look at that. Look at that. That just show you I am him, JJ. Like, and it ain't no doubt about that. Like, you know, what other media person can say they fight one got a question asked to one of the top dudes in boxing and salute to Terrence Crawford. You know, it ain't nothing personal with Terrence Crawford. We just on the other side of the street. But salute to him though, you know. because he didn't take the bait. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
Didn't take the bait, and I can respect that from him because only thing I ever do is talk about Terrence Crawford as a boxer. I may say, "Oh, he's quirky. He has no personality," but that's true. That's what, it ain't nothing that but so I appreciate him for not taking the bait, and they thought that they was gonna have probably some sound bites out of it. Everybody else thought they was probably anxious.
Bro.
I could see Nika just she can't go to sleep. She couldn't go to sleep. She couldn't wait. And then look, they say the best for last, man. How about that?
Great. That's what it seemed like, bro. Listen, no disrespect to you, IOTBA. No disrespect. But if we have Terrence Crawford on the show, and like I'm not your partner, I'm not going to ask him a question about you or any other YouTube personality for that matter. I'm going to talk about the fight. I'm going to talk about the preparation. I'm not going to say, hey, how's your beef with this other YouTuber going?
What do you
I
think?
don't know. But hey, listen, like you said, Corey, that's me on your shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got some exposure with Terrence, so I appreciate it too. So thank you.
Thank them. Much gratitude. Much love to In the Ring with Christine. Nika, I don't personally care for her. And everybody, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my personal channel where it's really uncensored. IOTBA Boxing.
Yeah.
It will be a future talking of Nika. So I hope she looks forward to that.
Yeah, we got to keep it clean on here. We got sponsors. But IOTBA, the IOTBA channel, y'all go tune in and subscribe because it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
But I got to give them respect though. Because damn, they got Terrence Crawford on there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in Terrence Crawford backyard who say they got the green light and can't even get Terrence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the Bernie the boxer, Bernie the boxer, he got turned, can't even get him on the show. But that's super dog salute to In the Ring with Christine and Nika.
And I saw Christine say yesterday that they're the first women outlet to interview Terrence. So that's saying a lot, bro. And like let's be real, women in this industry, it's a little bit harder for them to get the respect, to get the credibility. We know In the Ring with Christine, we know all her accolades and working with the Team USA, but it's hard. So, like you said, salute to the ladies. They had one of the biggest names in boxing.
That's big time. You can't do nothing but give them credit, and salute them. Much respect for getting that interview, and I appreciate them greatly. For bringing the biggest. That's why I'm the most hated. That's why these boys can't stand me. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing to make them can't stand me even more.
That's why it's an honor to be your partner here at the Spit Bucket Podcast. Corey, let me make sure we're good on these comments before we roll out. Aunt Cam said Omaha said they feel disrespected. Well, it's the fight game, and there's going to be some disrespecting. There's a sport called golf. If you want to cheer for every sport that comes in, that's more up your alley, man. But appreciate you tuning in, Aunt Cam. But Corey, if you're good, bro, you ready to go ahead and wrap up, man? I know your boy low under the weather, so go take care of him too.
Hey man, TSB man, episode 37, man. This how we coming. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. We on all platforms, not one platform. We on all platforms doing major thing, interviewing the biggest stars, being at the biggest events. So shout out to y'all. Y'all keep following us. And just know I appreciate everybody out there, whether you talk about me in a bad way or talk about me in a good way, because, I'm built for it, tough for this. This is what I do. But, I am who I am.
No doubt, bro. Well, listen, shout out to KO Therapeutics. Check them out, KOCBD.com. Check out Elite Sportswear, the betteruniform.com. And shout out to all of you guys supporting us. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, sign up, and hit that bell for notifications. And please tell your friends, your boxing friends about us. We're doing big, big things from the little folks to the giving back to the community. We appreciate everybody. We're going to get back on it. We got a big, big month of boxing, so we got a lot to cover. We appreciate you guys. Corey, give the family a big hug. You go take care of them.
Hey, likewise, boy. Shout out to the family. You know, y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. We don't, you know, everybody out here, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Everybody, y'all keep grinding out here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to keep grinding. And
Sí,
yeah,
señor.
the Spit Bucket Podcast. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Have a good night, brother. This is JJ Solomon.
This from Ray Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.